The trench air was colder than stone, biting at exposed skin. A young soldier, barely a man, huddled against the frozen earth, his numb fingers struggling to hold his rifle. Snow fell silently, blanketing the scarred landscape in white. The world shrank to a muddy ditch, a fragile line between life and a cold, quiet end. The enemy was out there, but the cold was the more immediate foe, seeping into bones and threatening to steal the will to fight. Darkness was constant. Hope vanished with the sun. Nights were long, filled with silence and the distant crump of artillery. Soldiers sat in the oppressive dark, unable to risk a fire, wondering if morning would ever come. Then a faint light appeared down the trench, a small tin can with a flickering flame. The flame danced, casting soft shadows, a single point of warmth in the biting cold. Even here, human ingenuity found a way, a quiet testament to survival. That tiny flickering light was more than a flame, it was hope. Scenes like this played out countless times during the Great Wars. That small flickering light was a trench candle, a remarkable invention born of desperation. It provided light, heat, and a way to cook, a beacon of comfort in a world that offered little. In the coming moments, we'll explore the story of this forgotten survival tool. We'll see how soldiers, with only scraps and rubbish, created something extraordinary. This isn't a story of grand battles, but of clever ways ordinary people survived. The trench candle's materials were simple: a tin can, cardboard, and leftover wax or grease. It's a lesson in resourcefulness, one that remains vital today. By learning this skill, we honour the past and prepare for the future. To appreciate the trench candle, we must understand the world it came from. Imagine weeks in a muddy, freezing trench, cold and darkness as relentless enemies. Soldiers wore layers, but frostbite was always a threat. After sunset, the world dissolved into blackness. Any light risked enemy fire. They needed to see, to clean weapons, to read letters, but safety demanded darkness. Food was cold and unappetizing. A hot meal was a distant dream. Open fires were too dangerous, so soldiers needed a small, smokeless heat source. The daily battle was not just against the enemy, but against the environment. They needed warmth, light, and a way to cook without drawing attention. The answer would come from the soldiers themselves. Human innovation thrives under pressure. The trench candle wasn't designed in a lab. It was born in the mud and cold. Soldiers saw rubbish as raw material: tins, cardboard, grease. The idea was simple: create a slow, controlled burn. Corrugated cardboard, rolled tightly in a tin, became a multi-wick system. The tins came from rations. The fuel was wax or fat. Soldiers learned to see potential in every scrap, masters of upcycling. This knowledge spread from veteran to recruit, a folk invention passed along the trenches. It was a technology of necessity, created by those who needed it most. The trench candle stands as a monument to ingenuity and resilience. Let's look at how this device was made. The container was a small, shallow metal tin, safe, stable and wind-resistant. The wick was a strip of corrugated cardboard rolled tightly to fit inside. The cardboard's channels acted as hundreds of tiny wicks, drawing up fuel. The fuel, wax, tallow or grease, was melted and poured over the cardboard until saturated. As it cooled, the candle became a solid block, ready for use. Lighting the top surface produced a large, steady flame. The recessed flame was shielded from wind, making it reliable in harsh conditions. This simple combination created a portable, long-burning source of light and heat. Compact, durable, and efficient, it was a masterpiece of functional design. A true survival tool, born from necessity. The trench candle was more than a clever craft. It was a lifeline. Its steady glow pushed back darkness, letting soldiers read, clean rifles, or simply see a friend's face. The psychological comfort of light was immense. It provided warmth, enough to thaw numb hands or stave off frostbite in a dugout. Most importantly, it served as a portable stove. Soldiers could heat stew, fry bacon, or boil water for tea. A hot drink or meal was a taste of home, a boost to morale. These three functions, light, warmth, and cooking, made it indispensable. A single candle could burn for hours, meeting several needs at once. Sometimes the simplest solutions are the most effective. Making a trench candle is a practical skill anyone can learn. Start with a small, shallow metal tin, like a mint or tuna can. Cut a strip of corrugated cardboard slightly less wide than the tin's depth. Roll it tightly into a spiral and fit it snugly inside the tin. Melt wax, old candle stubs, paraffin, or even crayons in a double boiler. Carefully pour the melted wax over the cardboard, saturating it completely. Let it cool until solid. To use, light the top surface. The flame will spread across the cardboard. Always place the candle on a stable, fireproof surface. Never leave it unattended. In minutes, you've recreated a piece of history and gained a valuable survival skill. Simple, effective, and timeless. After the wars, trench candles faded from memory as electricity and central heating spread. Old skills were forgotten, replaced by modern convenience. But when storms knock out power or emergencies strike, these simple skills matter again. The trench candle requires no electricity or batteries, just basic materials and know-how. It's a form of self-reliance, empowering you when modern systems fail. Rediscovering such skills isn't about rejecting progress, it's about being prepared. By practicing these lost arts, we honour the resilience of those before us. Their hard-won wisdom remains relevant even today. The trench candle's story is about the human spirit, creativity in the face of hardship. It reminds us to see potential in what others discard. An empty can becomes a tool, cardboard, a wick. This mindset of resourcefulness fosters independence and problem-solving. The lessons of the past are living knowledge, gifts from those who endured. Making a trench candle connects us to history and honours ingenuity. It's a practical skill and an act of remembrance. In a complex world, simple skills offer strength and reassurance. The humble trench candle still teaches us about survival, ingenuity, and hope. Curious about more forgotten skills and creative solutions? Don't miss out. Hit that subscribe button and join our community of modern makers. Watch the animation light up as you subscribe, and let's keep the spark of ingenuity alive together. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next story of human creativity.